We talked about one masterpiece. Now we're jumping into another. We talked about also Masterpiece Barricade, MPM-05 movie Masterpiece Barricade. We talked about him in the past when it was just blurry images and it was speculation. Now the wait is over, and we have from the Hasbro Pulse website the official photos of Masterpiece Barricade, and he looks spectacular. He looks really good. A lot of the things that we speculated ended up becoming a reality. His little rotor blade hand as a weapon, the way the transformation works. The few things that I'm surprised haven't been mentioned and are probably absent is that of no frenzy is mentioned at all for this character, like him coming with it at all. There in his profile of what's going to be the story with this toy is it's the first movie masterpiece toy to have a movable faceplate so that it has like he's talking, where this has been done with obviously previous masterpiece toys. Being the first masterpiece toy, the very first MPO-1 Optimus Prime had a moving mouth plate for talking. So this is the first time in the movie masterpieces that they have that. Although, that being said, I don't know if even that's true, because the first movie Starscream toy was the Leader Starscream that we got just repackaged, and that kind of had a moving mouthpiece when you kind of messed with its gimmick. I don't know, but that's one thing that they're kind of selling here. They also say that this figure has die-cast built into it. I'm praying it's not the car parts of the shell,
I
because
would
that's
assume it's the feet.
I hope so too, because no one wants to go back to Vinyl Tech where everything was scratching.
Yeah.
So it was cool in car mode, but I mean, it that diecast and Transformers don't mesh as much as they used to anymore. And then they go on to say how like this toy has amazing articulation, the spinning weapon, the great paint that's put into it, and how a lot of it was based off of the old ILM movie CAD files from the film. Like this was actually based off of what was used in the film itself to then make it a reality. If I have one complaint about it, and it's a minor complaint, is the choice of blue. There's like a baby blue that's used in different accents all over this toy, and it's used in small little areas on his feet, on his legs, and even if you look at, there's a close-up on his face, lightly put on the top of the crest of his helmet. And I find it very bizarre, the choice of the blue that's used on this, because it wasn't really on the original Barricade character in the movies.
Yeah.
Wasn't used in any versions of Barricade up to that point. It reminds me there was a subline in the 2007 movie line called Allspark Powered, where certain toys had like blue painted areas just to like reuse the mold again and again and again. So these were all spark powered ones. There was one of Brawl. There was one of Bumblebee. They did of a whole bunch of characters, and it kind of reminds me of that, which is I don't know why this is here. I mean, part of me feels okay. This is going to be the Hasbro release, and then Takara is going to get the better painted, more movie accurate one. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here. But otherwise, it looks great. We don't have a price yet of how much this is going to cost, but assuming it's similar to Bumblebee, which we have on the shelves right now,
Yeah.
we're talking an opening bid here of like 80 to $100. So, which is the standard fare for most masterpiece toys of that scale, which is the smaller car scale. But I mean, I dig it. I think it looks great. Barricade was one of my favorite characters when the movies first started rolling out. Before I realized that none of these characters had character. But otherwise, he looks great. Everything that we speculated more or less came to fruition. What you said about the hands and stuff with the
Yep.
sideways connection are still present.
Yep.
So, but yeah, he looks cool. What do you think?
I think he looks pretty cool. There's that interesting mouth gimmick. It makes me think he's going to be like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's what I
if
think.
you're looking at the images, you can actually see the cutout for the mouth.
So you could reenact that three lines that he had at the beginning with Sam, and that's it.
Hmm.
And then are you later, ladies' man 217? That's literally all that gimmick is existing for, just for that, just to say that one line or two lines.
Exactly.
Unless you're trying to reenact stuff from the video game with Keith David's voice actor, who was creamy and beautiful. But, Otherwise, I don't really, whatever. I think they just wanted to just engineer a little extra gimmick because they felt it was kind of lackluster otherwise on the gimmicks.
Yep, yep, I agree.
Anything else?
No, I'm not a big. I guess Barricade. It's cool that Barricade's been in all the movies,
Almost
but it's
all.
just
Yeah.
like, does it say yes to enslave and to yeah? So it does have his like little motto on the
Oh, it's
side.
it's it's totally accurate to how it looked in the movie. Like this toy is clearly going to make everyone replace their Human Alliance barricades that we've had up
Yeah.
to this point. Like that's gonna now people are gonna already start putting that on eBay or on the buy sell trades. But again, the absence of a frenzy is interesting that it's not there. Maybe it's something, maybe a Takara Tommy release down the line will include as an extra freebie. Maybe we'll get a little articulated figure, or maybe he'll just be absent completely. Like
Yeah.
it's interesting that he's not there. But otherwise, pretty cool. 30 points of articulation. Uh, Not much more that can be said that we didn't already kind of spitball before, but the bad cop is back, and we'll be seeing him in the future.